Today, we're gonna uh, introduce some updates in our obesity clinic. Mm, the machine you are looking at now is called Fibroscan. Fibroscan is a tool we use to monitor and measure the amount of fat in the liver. Surprisingly, when we are overweight, the fat doesn't always stay under the skin. Oftentimes, it may go to, wait a second. Yeah, go live. Yeah, oftentimes the fat may go to inside the belly. We call that visceral fat. And the visceral fat is the fat surrounding the organ, but it even go into the organ too. For example, it may go into the fat and inside the fat into the liver and within the liver cell, which will more directly interfere with insulin and glucose metabolism and causes metabolic syndrome. So for this reason, we must monitor the fat distribution here and there. And Fibroscan is the tool we use to monitor the amount of fat within the liver. The fat in the liver is called fatty liver disease. And oftentimes, this may lead to more advanced form of liver damage and causes scar tissue in the liver, which is a liver fibrosis, and that's why we call this machine Fibroscan. Mm. Fibroscan tell us whether you have fat in the liver, but something beyond that. The regular ultrasound can tell whether you have any fat in the liver or not, but Fibroscan tells us exactly how much fat you have in the liver. And beyond that, Fibroscan also detect the degree of fibrosis and scar formation within the liver as well, which could be more important than fatty liver disease. Fat in the liver, fatty liver disease is oftentimes completely reversible. However, it's much harder to reverse the fibrosis in the liver. Fibrosis is something like a scar tissue. Of course, a scar tissue it takes much longer time and much more effort to get rid of the scar that already formed. There are many different types of Fibroscan. The one we use is Fibroscan Go, portable, and we can connect it to our laptop. But there's no accuracy difference among them. They're all same in their accuracy, so you don't have to worry about that. And what's impressive about Fibroscan is how everything's automated. Please come on in. Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how everything's automated. So Fibroscan tells number first, we have to put the probe where the liver is located, and it tells us whether we are pressing it too hard or not. So if we press it too hard, the green bar, where is it? Can I bring it here and later? Okay, this like a Wi-Fi like green bars turn into red and tell us you're pressing it too hard. And it's a real-time monitor. There's a two like buttons and tells us whether things are in the right position or not. And when the probe is located in the right position and the technician is pressing it with the right pressure, then the fibers can automatically measure the fat amount and the fibrosis. What you see here is actually the ultrasound. We call that M mode of ultrasound. So we are looking at, it tells us whether you put the probe in the right position. Like this is not the lung, this is not the rib. You put the probe on the liver, and it also tells us whether the probe is located where there's a large vessel, which may interfere with the test. And it measure like when we press when this is the picture of the actual like test result, and depending on the slope incline, we can tell how much fibrosis is in the liver. And when the test quality is poor, for example, the Fibroscan machine automatically just ignore it, and it says invalid measurement, and it's not saved. So it automatically moves on to more tests. When we say we do Fibroscan, that means we are doing Fibroscan more than 10 times. We typically do 20, 30 times for higher quality. And the result paper looks like this. We'll show the latest 10 test results. And there's something called IQR, interquartile, uh, like a range, something like that. So IQR tells us the consistency among the 10 fibroscans we just did, which further increase the accuracy of the test, quality of the test. And the IQR should be below 30% for us to say this is a reliable test. So you will see CAP, which tells us the amount of fat in the liver, and you will see this KPA, which will tell us the fibrosis in the liver. And Fibroscan is made by a company called the EchoSense, and EchoSense send their trainers to our clinic to check our technique quality, and they have their assurance criteria guide. And only once you satisfy their criteria, then you get a license. It's not a license. You get the certificate that proves that you have a good technique, Fibroscan technique. Next one is about InBody. Many of you already know InBody. InBody is a tool that measures many things. Like most importantly, it measures how much body fat you have and how much skeletal muscle you have, and calculate something called body fat percentage. The beauty of InBody is it measures the muscle and fat in each arm and each leg. So you can use it next time you go to the gym, you can use it to tell whether you have to do upper body today or lower body. We use a basic metabolic rate to understand like how much food will lead to weight loss or not, how much calorie a day is right target. And most importantly, this 380 model, more like a higher level of model, allows us to measure something called the visceral fat. So I just explained you about the fat where they could be. It could be under the skin. Fat could be under like within the belly. It could be inside the organ, and the InBody to help measure the visceral fat that surrounds the organ, which is more important than the fat under the skin. There's a range like range from among 1 to 20, and level 10 is where we start to worry about like a metabolic syndrome. So once the test is done, we give you the hard copy of the test result that looks like that looks like this, but you can also download it in the InBody app. We offer the InBody for free Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. So anybody can come in and do the InBody. There's no schedule. You don't have to schedule any the appointment. You don't have to schedule the appointment for InBody test. We do it about 30, 40 times a day. So our staff knows exactly what to do whenever somebody show up. And we ask, like, are you here for InBody? And people say yes. All you have to do is, entering your phone number, which is going to be your ID, and just do the measurement. It's not going to take more than 10 minutes for you. And lastly, when you go to Charles River website, and you can see our team there, and we have great nutrition team here. So it used to be just me, like doing everything, but not anymore. So Charles River Obesity Medicine, we take diet change modification very serious. We are not just GLP-1 receptor agonist prescribing clinic. We always say GLP-1 receptor agonists like a Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound, they should be just like a secondary, and always the primary treatment is dietary throughout therapy. And our nutrition team will help you with that. It's not going to be just like a really general nutrition counseling and you have no idea at the end of it, like what to do. I learned a lot, but what should I do exactly? No, we measure your basal metabolic rate, as you can see here with InBody. And based on that, we set a clear goal. It has to be we set clear goal and like a macronutrient. We understand what you're eating and help you understand what you're eating. Amazingly, many people doesn't know what they're eating. And once we know what they're eating, we set like a protein goal and fat, unsaturated and saturated fat goal and carbohydrate goal and help you gradually modify your diet. I'm the one mostly who set these target like macronutrient numbers, and our dietitian will jump in and help you find the right source and kind of offer more individualized counseling. All right, so that's about our obesity clinic. And I'm going to repeat this one more time. So anybody who joined later can also listen. There you go. Today we are introducing some updates in our clinic, obesity clinic. I run Charles River Obesity Medicine Clinic, and we've been helping. Now it's getting close to 1,000. Many people lose weight in healthy way, and recently we added a few more tools to our clinic. Fibroscan is the first one. Fibroscan is a tool that measures the fat in the liver. So it may sound complicated, but it's not that complicated. When we are overweight, when we gain weight, the fat doesn't always stay under the skin. It may go to inside the belly, which we call visceral fat, and it can even go into organs like liver, which we call fatty liver disease. So Fibroscan is a tool that measures the fat in the liver. When the fat is inside the liver, that's different from under the skin anymore. It's now more directly affecting glucose and insulin glucagon metabolism, and more closely causing metabolic syndrome like diabetes, high cholesterol. So this is something we must keep an eye on. Regular ultrasound or CAT scan or MRI also can tell whether you have a fatty liver disease or not, but they don't tell you exactly how much fat is in the liver. It just tells you whether you have fatty liver disease or not. Fibroscan tells you exactly how much fat you have in the liver. And more importantly, Fibroscan, we call it Fibroscan because it tells you how much fibrosis is in the liver. When some inflammation or like a damage is repeated or continues in the liver, it may cause scar tissue inside the liver, fibrosis. Most advanced form of fibrosis is cirrhosis. So cirrhosis is a condition that many people die of. Fibroscan can tell how much fibrosis and scar tissue is formed in the liver. So it tells you how much fat you have in the liver and how much scar tissue you have in the liver at the same time. There are many different types of Fibroscan, and the one we have is Fibroscan Go. By the way, there's no difference, the test quality or accuracy difference among them, among different models. Fibroscan Go is what we use. And what's impressive about Fibroscan is almost everything's automated. and the machine automatically monitor the quality of test. So here it tells us whether there's a probe, like an ultrasound probe, and technician must find where the liver is, which is very easy. The liver is a large organ. So once we put it in the right spot, it starts like a M mode, which is like a real-time ultrasound, and tell us whether we are pressing it too hard or not to. And when everything's perfect, the yellow light and green light is on, and when the yellow light is on, it automatically start measuring the fat amount and scar tissue amount. And it shows us the picture, and when the test result, the quality was so poor, it automatically says invalid measurement and just dispose the result. Doing one Fibroscan actually means measuring the fat and like a scar tissue more than 30, 40 times. And the Fibroscan collect last 10 tests and show them in here. And so you can see the actual test and the quality of test. And it also has something called IQR, like a range. It tells us the consistency among the 10 tests, another quality kind of measure. And you can see that it shows normal like fat amount in the liver and also the fibrosis severity. When it's done, the Fibroscan is made by Echosense, and Echosense, they send their trainers to our clinic to see whether we are doing it right or wrong. So we have to do the test on the real person with the trainer in the same room, and trainer check their assurance criteria. And once we prove that our technique quality is good enough, then they issue a certificate that tells us, yeah, we have good skill and technique to use the Fibroscan in the right way. And next one is InBody. InBody is a tool that measure many things, like you can see that it measures body fat mass and skeletal muscle, body fat percentage, and also it measures like a basal metabolic rate and visceral fat as well. So there are many different types of InBody machine tool, and we have all two of them. So this is all, like we have all of it. We have 270 models here, and one 380 model. And 380 model is, as you can see in the number, is more advanced form, advanced machine, because it can measure the visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat in the liver, fat surrounding the organ. This is more directly related to metabolic syndrome. And this model can measure that. The beauty of InBody measurement in Charles River Medical Associates is we don't charge, number one. It's completely free, and we don't schedule. You don't have to schedule. You can just show up. Just make sure our office is open. We do it Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. Just show up and tell our staff, hey, I'm here for InBody. We do that about 40 times a day. So you don't have to explain too much detail. Anybody who show up with a face showing that I have no idea where I am and tell me, oh, some body something, we just know that. Oh, you are here for InBody and we are going to measure it. And we will give you the test paper like this, but also you can download a test result from InBody app as well. Lastly, we have a great nutrition team. This is not a GLP-1 receptor agonist refilling clinic. We do pay attention. Actually, we always tell people diet, like weight loss medications are they are just like a supporting and secondary. Always the primary therapy is dietary therapy. We have a great team, nutrition team, and we shadow each other and we discuss each other, and we have a same goal. So normally I set like a protein, like I understand everybody's like a calorie burning based on metabolic rate, and set some like a protein macronutrient goal, like how much protein you have to eat, how much fat, like saturated, unsaturated, and also how much carbohydrate you have to eat. And our nutritionists offer more like individualized counseling to help you achieve that goal. So this is it, and this is about I just introduced about Fibroscan, and InBody, and our nutrition team. So anybody who needs help with the weight loss, you can always find us in the Charles River Medical Associate. Thank you.